One of the really exciting things that I'm doing is to develop a technology platform for the Early Childhood Family Education Program. ECFE is a program that parents see each other once a week. They're weekly classes. And from my own work with technology and my personal use of technology, we know that information communications technology is a 24/7 kind of thing, right? We carry our smartphones with us. We're always interacting with each other through technology. And so I was really curious to find out how technology could simply enhance the existing experience that parents have from their weekly classes. And so in doing research with parents, identified that the number one thing that they wanted to do was to connect with each other more often outside of class, to be able to share information, get information about the parenting education program, connect with their parenting educator, connect with the early childhood educator. And so with a site here in St. Paul, I've developed a platform, a social media platform for parents to interact with. But it's a platform that is relatively closed, so parents feel that it's safe and that whatever they talk about with each other really just stays in the platform. They're not bombarded with a lot of the traditional messages they might get through Facebook. And so once that is in place, and we're really looking at how we implement that with the program, with a long-standing program, sort of how do you introduce an innovation to a program that for 40 years has only operated in a face-to-face way. With the existing structures, with the existing practitioners, things like that. So we're not only designing the platform, and there's a whole interesting area of research called design-based implementation research. So it's more than just designing a piece of technology, but it's also looking at how do you effectively implement that into your structure so that that technology then is sustained. So a second line of my research very much looks at practitioners' use of technology. So how comfortable are they? What do they need to know? How have they been prepared? But especially then in the workplace, what are those conditions that really support their own technology use? It very much mirrors a lot of the work that we're doing here in the College of Education and Human Development with our own technology integration and teacher preparation. So as we're doing it with a science teacher and a social studies teacher, we're also doing it with parenting educators. And so my vision really is it's not only working with parents or with our learners, but it's that larger system of support to those learners, and that support, of course, includes our practitioners. What I value the most is the opportunity to learn. I learn so much from every student that I work with, and I always have through the years. I learn about passion. I learn about their inspiration. I learn about commitment and drive, and about the future, and about relationships, and about respect. And they're my playground for being an instructor and for learning about teaching. And I never teach the same way twice because I have a different class of students every class. I have a different group of graduate students every few years that I work with. And so it's just incredibly exciting to me because I just have this incredible gift of this opportunity to just keep learning as a human being. And that's what I get from my students. I firmly believe that we don't support parents enough in our society. I believe that our society is one, our US society is one that is still very individualistic and expects that we all can do it on our own. And that because being a parent is such a natural role that most of us as adults take, and we know, just about everybody we know as a parent, somehow we have this idea that it's an easy thing to do. And we as a country don't support parents enough. You have to pass classes in driver's education to become a licensed driver, but anybody can become a parent. And it is the hardest job ever. And if you think you have it down with one child, the next one comes around and the next one is really different, or your life circumstances have changed. And so there is so much to know about child development. There is so much to know about your individual child. There is so much to know about how you nurture and support that individual child while you are nurturing and supporting yourself and supporting your family. That it is such an incredibly hard job that anything that we can do to provide support and education and facilitate parents' empowerment for themselves is a good thing. And we don't do enough of it. And so what little small thing I can do as an advocate, as an educator, as a researcher, as an instructor, to facilitate a stronger system of support for every parent in our society, then I believe I'm doing my job.